Now, you all know CISA keeps, I'm starting to call them CISA because I keep forgetting the CISA. Too many acronyms. CISA is fun to say, so I'm going with CISA. You can call them the CISA as a professional. But CISA adds 5 new known exploited vulnerabilities to the catalog. Now, what catalog am I talking about? The catalog is basically the known the vulnerabilities that they know are being exploited in the wild. So this is when a vulnerability has moved from, oh yes, there is a vulnerability that a security researcher found, and to now people are actually leveraging these in attacks. So there was 2 that I thought were particularly interesting to you all. Now, obviously, you probably should check out this whole list if I'm going to be honest. No, we're not covering Macy's full catalog. These 3 here, obviously, if you're using Cisco or Fortra or any of these tools, you should check these out and make sure your thing is patched. But that's more of you should patch. And I guess some of these are partially that as well. But these 2 here are probably more applicable to your standard developer than your Cisco or Fortra or any of those type of devices. So for these, you have your administer server-side request forgery for this is PHP, I believe. Yeah. Admir is an open source database management in a single PHP file. So if you're using this, you need to update and patch because it allows a server-side request forgery. If you're using PHP, this is actively being leveraged in exploits. They don't go into detail of if it's being chained with other things or things like that, or how it's being leveraged. They don't do that right here. So that's I'm not going to get into that, but it is being leveraged. So please go check your PHP and just write it in something else. Do the world a favor. Go check if you're using this, and if you are, go write it and go. It's easy to learn. The next one is this one that was released in just July. So this one was released in July. We talked about it previously, where sudo allows local users to obtain root access because of the NS switch conf from a user controlled directory. And we dived just a little bit into it. So basically, as just a normal user, you could elevate your privileges without actually leveraging, sudo and the password to the thing with the root option. And this one is now being leveraged in real attack. Almost every Linux system has sudo. Actually, that's not 100% true. Some are going sudoless. And some are getting a update to Rust. Yes, that's right. You Ubuntu lovers out there. It's Ubuntu. They're doing the whole Rust switch of the core utilities. Just know it's made it on the list. It's not the nice list. It's the naughty list. This is the CISA holds the naughty list, not the nice list. Definitely. Now, obviously, this list actually has more implication for federal agencies. We as civilians don't actually have those obligations. So this list has more obligations than just it means it's being exploited in vulnerabilities. But that's for U.S. federal offices and companies, or U.S. federal companies, U.S. federal. Why can't I think of it? Whatever. U.S. federal whatevers. They actually have to do stuff based off of this. But it's a good list to be watching anyways, because it gives you an idea of where these vulnerabilities are happening.